Hey you guys, back for another video. Today we're gonna talk about something like super interesting. I'm gonna jump right into the video. And I've been seeing this topic kind of go around a while now. And side note, I have my glasses on. I wear glasses like all the time. I only take them off really for these videos because of the glare. But hopefully there's no major glare on here for you guys. We're gonna talk about a topic that I've been seeing kind of roam around, more specifically in the boutique industry opposed to any other industry. But I mean, it can go to any really service-based industry, like if you do like skincare, if you do jewelry, anything in which you're pretty much selling something, you have to model it. This topic really pertains to that. And of course, you already know the topic because you clicked on it down below. But we're going to be talking about being the face of your brand. Today, I feel like everybody is kind of venturing into that entrepreneur world, which I'm 1000% down for. I encourage it 1000%. It seems to be this topic of, should you be the face of your brand versus hiring models to model for you? To come on here and just really give you guys some of this is my personal opinion about being the face of your brand versus having models. And the only reason I feel the need to talk about it is because I've been on both ends. I started my brand off with having friends and family model for me, as well as having to model some things for myself. And now I'm at the point to where I do have models that represent my brand. I'm gonna tell you guys my journey, because like I said, I know everybody doesn't have the ability to hire models, or you don't have the ability to, and when I say models, I mean like professional models, or where to even look for professional models or how to even obtain them. So I'm going to kind of take you on that journey from where I started to where I'm now, and maybe some tips that'll help you to kind of determine whether or not you should stay with modeling for your brand, for you being the face of your brand, versus having somebody else be the face of your brand. So take these off. So I'm familiar with my boutique name is House of Inspo. I will put the website up here for you guys if you want to go check it out and see what I mean in regards to me having models. Or you can definitely also go follow us on Instagram, because I am trying to get my Instagram numbers up. But nevertheless, with my brand, I started my brand off. If you guys haven't seen the video, I made a video about how I used to be in a partnership with a friend, and we were co-owning the brand together to help build it. Now with that, I was pretty much the brains behind the brand, and she was the face of the brand, because she was more of the one to like to be in front of the camera. In that aspect, like YouTube, I love being in front of the camera. Modeling, not so much. She was more the face of the brand in regards to that. She had the body for it. She loved being in front of it. She knew her angles, she knew her poses, and she didn't mind doing it. That's something she loved to do. Okay, cool. Go watch the video to kind of figure out why it didn't work out and why we're no longer partners. So unfortunately, once that partnership fell off, so did the face of the brand, because I didn't have anybody else and she was the face of the brand. So once that happened, I did have to kind of maneuver and kind of figure out like, okay, I don't have a model anymore. At that time, and still to this day, I do not want to be the face of the brand. I've never intended to be the face of the brand. I do not want to be known as the model for my brand. So I pivoted over. I do have a sister who's younger than me, and she is similar. She likes to take pictures, she likes to model clothes. She's all about that whole Instagram posting pictures and outfits and all that stuff, that Insta life, the IG model Insta life. So I was like, okay. She started modeling for me. At that time, we were both living in the same city, so you know, I would just pull up with the clothes. We would take some pictures together. We go out, you know, she'd do some little poses, whatever, and boom, I had a new face of the model, because she still was she still represented the target audience in which I wanted. So that was the reason as to why I chose her. So it was all good until she moved. She moved to Houston. She got a job opportunity, so that made her move out of state from where we were, and she moved to Houston. So I no longer had a face of a model. So I'm like, dang, like this is twice now that I don't have a face to represent my brand. And again, I still do not want to be the face of the brand. I do not enjoy that aspect of the business at all. So I took a little bit of a break to kind of figure out like, okay, what am I going to do? My friend, we're not friends anymore, and my sister, she is out of state, and I can't afford to keep going back and forth. At the time, I was working a full-time job. Like I can't do that. Okay, so what am I going to do? I broke down, and you guys, I had to be the faceless face of my brand. And when I say faceless face, what I was doing, and you can go check my website, because I still have some of those pictures up there, because there's just like a few little product, there's a couple pieces that are still left over that I want to get rid of, so I just left the pictures up there. But I was the faceless face of my brand, meaning that my pictures, I had to step in and be like, I have to, you know, sacrifice for my business. Even though I don't like doing it, this is something I have to sacrifice, and I'm going to do it because I want to maintain my business. Like, and if you know, those who are in the boutique industry, we sell clothes. Like, people want to see how the clothes look. You have to represent, you have to model the clothes. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to suck it up, to make a sacrifice, and I'm gonna be the face of my brand. Being the face of my brand, what I mean about that is this part of my face was showing, so everything from here and down was what you were seeing. You weren't seeing this. So pretty much it looked like this. This is how my pictures looked. So pretty much you would either see my mouth, or you would just see like right here, and I would model. Of course it would be the rest of the full body, but that was pretty much how I was modeling my pictures, because again, I did not want to be the face. Honestly, I didn't even want people to know, like, unless you knew who the brand, I owned that brand, you didn't know who the brand owner was. I got that because I look at other big brands like Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, Misguided. All of those people, you really don't, unless you actually go and look and see who is the owner of those brands, you don't know who owns them. Which, side note, if you guys didn't know, or if you haven't researched into like who those people are, all the owners of those Pretty Little Thing, Boohoo, Misguided, Fashion Nova, they're all males, and they're all foreign males. So that's the reason why they're not fixing the brand. So I kind of took after that, and I was like, I kind of want to go that route, and that's kind of what I want my brand to be anyway. So I was like, that's the reason why I didn't want to show my face. So again, I was the faceless face of my brand for a main time, and then I quickly, when I say quickly, I quickly had to figure out, like, okay, someone's got to give, because my eyelash is falling off. Excuse me, I'm gonna finish this video with an eyelash, so I think it's falling off, whatever. So I was like, I quickly had to figure out a plan, because I was like, this is not going to work for me. The pictures were good for what they were, but I knew they weren't going to work long term. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I really sat down and I was like, okay, I got to figure something out. And boom, something happened, you guys. I had joined a Facebook group a long time ago. It's a Facebook group for local photographers, models, and I think makeup artists. It was for Phoenix, the Phoenix area, and I had just seen it, and I was like, okay, you know, I was trying to network and get out more and get to meet people and stuff. And this girl had made a post, and she was like, looking for, she said she had made a post, and she was like, she was starting a new thing with boutique, doing a branding shoot in which she would offer the services. It was like 2 shoots for a certain amount, and then she put at the bottom, can provide models if needed. That's what sold me. I was like, so of course I had to check her workout first before I just jump on board. I checked her workout. It was legit. She had really good content, and fast forward to this day, she is my photographer, and she allowed me to, all the models for the most part that you guys see on my website or my Instagram, all came through her. So that's definitely a tip. If you do find a photographer, definitely ask if they have models that they can have represent their pieces. Typically, I know a lot of people may say, well, like, how do you pay the models, that's gonna be another video, but that is definitely a good tip if you do hire a photographer, because they do work with others, because they are trying to promote their work. Ask them if they know any models that we would be willing to model, either for free clothes or that's something that you could pay for their time and their services. But in order to find them, definitely asking around to local photographers that you may potentially work with is a good idea, because that's how I found mine. So anyways, now that you guys kind of know my story and my journey as to how I got from where I am to now having professional models model my pieces, one of the girls is an Instagram model too. So she found me and I reached out and we corresponded to work together. But that's, again, a whole nother video. But nevertheless, so I want to come on here and just kind of give you guys some pros and cons of being the face of your brand. Of course, we're going to start with the negative first, because I like to end on a positive note. All right, so reason number 1 as to why it may not be a good idea to be the face of your brand is it is hard to convert people. The thing about that is that being the face of your brand, people typically gravitate to, especially now in the day of like Instagram and stuff like that, people to really gravitate towards people, and people follow people, and like people really look up and admire different people for whatever field they're in. Get used to seeing you. And when it comes to your business, like say for like Jada's and the Dieras and all them, people really gravitate towards them. So if they wear it or if they model it, boom, I'm getting it. I don't care what it, what it is, because it has Jada's name on it. Yes, I am buying it. And sometimes when you convert out of that, because I don't see Jada wearing it, now it might be like no, because I'm a Jada fan and I follow Jada. So if I see Jada wear it, typically people have so much more influence when they model or when they present or when they say something because of the influence they have on other people. So that's a reason why I didn't want to make it solely on me. Not saying I have a big following, because I really don't. I'm just now getting started in this whole social media world. But again, people such as Jada and stuff like that, and even honestly, she has such a huge influence that she could put dog food out and people will buy it because of who she is. But again, it's just to say that her modeling the pieces versus you not seeing something just being by Jada, so a brand by Jada, opposed to seeing Jada model it, may definitely have a bigger impact because you're not physically seeing her, if that makes sense to you guys. So in a sense, sometimes when you start off with Jada and you try to switch it over to model, then people have, or you know, you just want to put your name on something, sometimes it doesn't sell as much as to when you're actually putting your face and your body on the product. Number 2, it's adding more to your plate. And for the most part, guys, for all of you who are watching, you all are some sort of boutique or brand owner, and we already have, or in a sense of a small scale, and we already have 1,000 things to do. I don't know about y'all, but my desk looked clean today because I had cleaned it up. I had cleaned up my room this morning, but it don't usually look like that. It's usually got sticky notes everywhere. I got notebooks everywhere. I got papers all over here. I got to-do lists back there. My computer has sticky notes all over it because I have so much to do. I am the marketing, I am the creative director, I am the owner, I am the accountant, I am the creative designer, I'm the web designer, I'm the social media manager, and then on top of that, you want me to be the face as well? Like, no ma'am. At this point in stage in my life, I am trying to delegate things and not add on more things to my table. So for me to be the face of the brand, that's just not something I want to take on, y'all. That's just something I don't want to take on. And like I said, in that aspect, I don't even enjoy it. I can be on camera this way and talk to you guys because I'm just talking and it's about something that I'm passionate about. But modeling and taking pictures, like if you go see my personal Instagram, I don't think I posted on that thing in a minute. I'm trying to get better because I do want to build my social following. But that's just not my cup of tea. I love fashion and I love doing all the things, but to be a model for my brand is just changing outfits and doing like that. Now don't get me wrong, I love styling the outfits and I love telling people, you know, how to pose, and then I'm not good with my angles. I'm still working on all of that. Like, it's just too much work already, and to add that on top of something that I don't have to do if I don't want to, it just makes things so much easier. So being the face of your brand is just another added on project that you already, another thing to add to your to-do list, on top of all the many things that we already have to do as business owners. So I'm going to do 2 cons, 2 pros. So we're going to switch over to the pros because I don't want the video to be too long. But one of the reasons to why being the face of your brand very well may work, and like I said, it has its cons and its pros, and you really have to just sit down and figure out like where you are in your brand and where you want to take it and how you can transfer over to what it is that you want to be. For some people, being the face of the brand works seamlessly. It's perfect. It works. Others, having people to outsource and model it, it works too. So you really have to figure out what works best for you. I see brands all the time, especially like on Instagram and stuff like that. They're the face of their brand and it works for them. Now long term, if that's what you want to do, I don't know how much of that you're going to want to do because as you grow, the to-do list grows. But again, you have to know where you are and who you are and how you operate and how you work to know what works best for you. So these are just my thoughts and my ideas. Take what you can, use it towards what you will, and then the rest, you know, whatever. Some of the pros as to being the face of your brand goes the opposite of what I said with being a con, is that people follow you. People follow you. People fall in love with you. People look up to you. Look at the De'Aras, the Jadas, who else? The Rihannas. People have gravitated to them. So again, they can sell dog food and people will buy it because of who they are and how much of an influence they have on people. So depending on where you are and how much of an influence you have, if you have like a heavy influence on people, 1000% be the face of your brand until you're able to, you know, get it to where you want to be. Kylie Jenner started off, she's a great example. She was the face of her brand for so long. Now of course she's starting to venture off. Her face pops up every once in a while. I think her makeup, she's still the face of her brand. Her Kylie, I think her and her sister did like a blush kit or something recently, but they're still the face of the brand, but their face sells depending on where you are and you know, how much of an influence you have on your people. Being the face of your brand very well may definitely work for you. And then the second pro that I want to give for being the face of your brand is that it's sometimes people like, it's not a pro, but to me it's a pro. You don't have to work with people for the most part. So depending on where you are, what scale you are in your business, you don't have to work with people. Don't get me wrong, the team I work with, and you know, this lash is, I'm almost done with this video. We are not about to stop this camera. Excuse me, y'all, you don't see my lashes like coming off, but I'm almost done with this video and I'm not stopping. But being where you are in your business, for the most part, you're probably a solo team, or you have like 2 to 3 people helping you with your projects. And I've been blessed with a very great team that I found on Facebook. So, but working with people can be difficult, which is one of the reasons why I quit my job. But you don't have to work with people in the sense of you don't have to tell, like right now I work with a photographer, and when we first started off it was kind of we're still getting to know each other, and even now we're still getting to know like what I like versus what I don't like, and how she works versus how, you know, sometimes I need to back off, or I need to come in and say certain things. So you when you work with a bunch of people, you have to adjust to different type of personalities and different work, and you know, you have to put everybody on the same page pretty much, and that sometimes can be difficult, especially if it's somebody that may not need to be on your team. So it's a lot of understanding that has to go on between multiple parties. And even with that, sometimes even with being on your own schedule, one of the benefits I did like when I was taking my own pictures is that I was on my own schedule. So if I got new inventory that came in and I felt like going to take pictures, boom, I got the inventory up the next day. Whereas right now I have to make sure my models I can see who can show up for the shoot, what time everybody can show up for the shoot, what time my photographer can be there, how long is everybody able to stay for the shoot, and then after that my photographer has to take the pictures, she has to edit the pictures. So things take time, opposed to if I do it, pop a tripod up, take some pictures, boom, my pictures are ready, I can load them up the next day. It's a benefit to working by yourself because you can get more things done at a quicker pace depending on how you work, and you can get things done the way you want them, that you like. So that's just a pro. You know, you're depending on you, and you know what you like, and you know your ability. So there's no back and forth of I don't like this, or I do like this, or try this, or don't try that. You are pretty much in control in regards to how you operate and handle everything when it comes to being the face of your brand. So I want to come on here and just give you guys just a brief pro and con, and kind of give you the history of where I came from and where I am now with my brand, and how I was the face of the brand, well, the faceless face of my brand at one point in time, and how I gravitated to where I am today. So if you want to go again, check out my Instagram or my business's Instagram, or check out our website if you want to see where we stand today. And like I said, you can see some of those faceless face pictures posted, I think on both still. I didn't take them off my Instagram either. It's a part of my journey, so I'm not going to take them off. But yeah, you can definitely go check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how you feel about this topic. Are you the face of your brand? If so, how is that working for you? Or if you want to transition into not being the face of your brand, what steps are you taking to find models? If you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them down below. Until then, thank you guys so much for all the support you guys give me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.